Premiere Pro comes packed with amazing plugins to polish your projects, but as with any software, there's always a need for some third-party plugins when going for a specific style or technique. So today we're looking at a handful of must-have plugins that I use on almost every project. I love pretty much everything that comes from Maxon, but it's their Universe plugins that end up in pretty much every project I do. Universe is a large assortment of tools that range from blurs, distortions, glows, motion graphics, text effects like type-on, utilities like camera shake, and picture-in-picture. And the two I use the most are the effects and transitions. With the effects, you have their VHS plugin, which does a fantastic job of emulating the look of old tape. They have plenty of presets here to get you where you need to go quickly, or you can dive in and customize. You also get AV Club, which gives us that rough analog look to our footage or text, then Retrograde, which will emulate the look of 8 or 16mm film, Holomatrix, and a ton more. Then you have their transitions, like their VHS transition and their swish pan, but you have more options like a glitch transition, channel surf, retrograde, and more, all very solid and drag and drop ready. If you need to remove noise from your image, Neat Video is a perfect tool for that. You have very useful and straightforward tools to help identify and remove that specific noise, and it does a really excellent job of it, as you can see in this before and after. And often, denoising can add in some unpleasant digital artifacts, but there's a great solve for that with our next plugin. Film Convert is easily one of my favorite plugins, which you will find at the end of basically all my grades. For me, it is the perfect way to give your digital footage a nice organic film feel very quickly. And like I was saying before, it's also an excellent way to eliminate some digital issues when you denoise. Toss this on after your noise reduction, and it tends to help smooth out any artifacts or often eliminate them entirely. You can select a film stock to emulate here, the amount that correction is affecting your color or contrast, then the amount of grain you are pushing into your image, and their latest edition of halation, which is that bloom film gets from brighter areas in the image, pushing that film aesthetic even further. We showed this one on a recent episode, but if I ever need to add motion blur to my shot, this is what I'm reaching for, whether it's graphics or a visual effects shot or anything else. You drop this on and immediately have convincing motion blur. 90% of the time, I don't even need to adjust the settings, but you have plenty of options to customize for whatever specific look you need. As a quick example, if we take this shot here and speed it up, it looks wrong because we're getting this very sharp look overall. But if we toss on real smart motion blur, we immediately have a much more convincing look. The RX11 bundle from iZotope is a truly excellent set of plugins to restore your audio. For me, their spectral denoise and decrackle are worth the price of the bundle alone, but it is packed with excellent tools to repair problematic sound issues like de-reverb, dialogue isolate, and a ton more. The problem is that it comes with a hefty price tag at $400. So if you're just looking for a solid denoiser and don't want to spend all of that, Waves has a really solid one-knob denoiser called Clarity that you can grab for $50. Speaking of Waves plugins, Silk Vocal is a really great way to get polished sounding audio with almost one click. You have presets you can select from here, including raw to polished, and it does a great job. This is of course a very simple solution for those who either have to move very fast or have no sound knowledge at all. So if that's you, definitely give this a shot. And as with most Waves plugins, it's very affordable at $50, but you can also get most of the plugins on this list as a demo version first to try it out and see if it works for you. On my show, Film Riot, there's been countless times where I need to process sound to seem like it was coming from another room, from a specific type of speaker, in a specific space. But if you are moving fast or, again, don't have the know-how to process your sound this way, Placeit is a must-have. Even though I can process the sound myself, I almost never do. It's faster and often comes out better when I just toss this plugin on, grab the right preset, make a few adjustments, and off I go. And the best part about Placeit is this one is completely free, which is my favorite price. But that's it, a handful of plugins that I use on almost every project that I do. And obviously there are an insane amount of plugins out there, so post your favorites below so that we can all check those out as well. And as always, if you have something that you'd like to see us cover in the future, post a comment below for that too, and I'll see you next time. And subscribe to the channel for more tutorials and updates like this one, because clicking is a workout for your finger, and I'm just putting your health first.